Hello there and welcome back to another video on vegan snack ideas. Today we have almost 10 ideas to go through, so get ready for that. The overarching theme for today's recipes is quick and simple, perfect for having during study breaks or even while you study. Once again, for many of these, I took some inspo from the comment section, so big shout out to all the people writing down their ideas there. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into this. Both Skylar and the little Lima bean suggested I should try to make apple nachos, which is basically a nice little twist on the classic snack of apples dipped in peanut butter. So the first step would be to cut an apple into thin slices. Then you're gonna lay those out onto a plate in nacho chip type fashion. I squeezed some lemon juice on them first, but that is optional. And then add your desired toppings. I decided to just go with everything that was written in the two comments. So granola, whole wheat cereal, cinnamon, bittersweet chocolate chips, and peanut butter, which I just added to the middle, but feel free to drizzle. And that's it. A little difficult to eat with your hands, but I would still very much recommend this. So this next recipe might already be my favorite one out of today's bunch. It's definitely up in the top 3. It's a Japanese style cucumber salad from this lovely comment here. First off, chop up some cucumber. I used my vegetable peeler to do that, and I made little cucumber noodles. Then I set those aside and combined all the ingredients for the dressing in a small bowl. I did change up the ratios from the comment a little bit to suit my taste buds, but feel free to follow the original measurements instead. We've got some rice vinegar, some soy sauce. I used rice syrup as my sweetener, added some chili flakes, and sesame seeds. Feel free to toast yours in a pan for a couple minutes over medium heat before you add them. Add your sliced cucumber. Taste test, adjust anything to your liking, and that is it. This was so yum. I had quite a bit of dressing left over in my bowl, and so I saved that in a jar to have for dinner a bit later. Nice. I've kind of been obsessed with this little wintry orange snack. Cut up an orange, either into fancy looking 6 or 8s with the skin on. This looks nicer at first, but you might make a bit of a mess when eating the orange that way, so if you're planning on snacking while you study, it's better to peel the orange first and then cut it into bite-sized pieces. Sprinkle the orange with some cinnamon and then also with some unsweetened cacao powder. Or you could skip the cinnamon and only dust it with the cocoa powder, and then it's essentially a healthy chocolate orange. Another delicious and quick snack that I am not even sure counts as a recipe, but I've been loving this combo lately, is this one here, dried apricots with peanut butter. So yeah, if you're ever bored of dates and peanut butter, try switching up your dried fruit. Okay, guess what? This is a single serving mug cake version of my pancake recipe, a mug pancake. And here I might be cheating the title a little bit because if you don't have a microwave, it's gonna take you longer than 5 minutes, but the outcome is still so worth it. I mean, look at that fluff. So if you don't have a microwave, like myself, then preheat the oven to 180 degrees Celsius. Thoroughly grease a small to medium-sized mug with coconut oil. Then in a small bowl, combine the dry ingredients: flour, salt, baking powder, and sugar. Next up, add the remaining wet ingredients: unsweetened applesauce, or in my case, it's apple pear sauce, a tiny amount of apple cider vinegar, non-dairy milk, and vanilla. Mix it all up until smooth. Then scoop the batter into the prepared mug and bake this for 18 to 22 minutes. For the last 2 minutes of baking, so after 20 minutes, I actually increased the temperature to 210 degrees Celsius because I wanted the top to become nice and golden brown like a regular pancake. So 3 lovely microwave owners on Instagram volunteered to test this recipe for me. Thank you so much, guys. And it worked for them, which I'm so happy about. They all baked it between 1.5 minutes and 2 minutes.
Oh mein Gott, das schmeckt so lecker. Wow.
Maybe do 1 minute and 30 seconds and then keep microwaving it in 15-second intervals until you think it's done. It will definitely come out a bit less cake-like and more fudgy than if you were using the oven. Maybe serve this with some frozen berries and yogurt, or some nut butter, or go for the classic vegan butter and maple syrup combo. It is so good. So this is a trail mix I've been making a lot lately, either snacking on it just like so, or adding it to muesli or on top of smoothie or yogurt bowls. All the ingredients, I really just eyeball them when I make this. I've got some whole wheat cereal as a sort of base here. Normally I go for cranberries, but this time I picked up these red currants. They're supposedly named after the Greek city Corinth and have a much stronger flavor than many of the other shriveled grape types. Raw almonds go in here as well, coconut chips, and a small amount of dark chocolate chips. You could also do cacao nibs if you happen to have those. Okay, so Lini suggested the following: vegan feta and plum jam served on an English muffin. I had to include a bit of a wild card here. I know cheese and jam is a thing, I just never dabbled in that realm before. I toasted up this spelt English muffin. These are really good. And in the meantime, I got my other 2 ingredients ready: vegan feta and plum jam. Actually, no, I googled earlier and found out that zwetschgen fruits are not the exact same as plums. I mean, they're still in the same family. I think it's okay. I went into this thinking I was gonna hate it a lot. It was actually pretty alright. Here we have a quick drink recommendation: a fennel and apple punch. I got the exact kind of tea they suggested, and basically filled up 2/3 of my cup and then added apple juice. Letting this steep for a few minutes before trying it. This was quite cozy indeed. It reminded me a lot of baby tea, but in a good way. I highly recommend trying this last idea. So, some black beans. By the way, there seemed to be an immense black bean shortage in Berlin last week. Did anyone else experience that too? Like, I went to 4 different places to find some. Anyway, rinse them first. Then if you want to, you can heat them up, which is what I did, just for a few minutes on medium heat. Then adding some ketchup, salt, and pepper. And then I mashed it all with a wooden spoon. I spread this mix on some corn cakes. They're like rice cakes, but made with corn. I also added half an avocado because I thought that would be fitting. Lemon juice, adding lemon juice is always fitting. Some extra salt and some chili flakes. Nice, and that is it. This was so fun trying your ideas, so thank you so much for all the suggestions. If you want to be a part of these types of videos in the future, leave a snack idea of your own in the comments section. Can be anything random or perhaps weird seeming. I'd love to test it out. Bye!
I wanna be the one that you could love in the night. Come to me whenever shit ain't right. Let me hold you through the weather when the sun don't shine. Gray skies don't mind sticking by my side.